Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic shop again this week and got away pretty cheap this week. 5 comics on my pull list. That's all I got. I think it was about $18 altogether. But first, let me show you my top of the printer museum copies this week. We've got Metal Men number 44 and the Atomics. What number is this? Number 10. I really like the Atomics. All have good covers. This is Mike Allred here. They really, an It Girl cover, they really all have really nice covers. If you ever see this series, pick them all up for the covers. The series is pretty good too. And this is Ross Andru and Mike Esposito doing a Metal Men cover, which isn't the greatest cover ever, but for some reason I liked it this week. Just kind of it's weird. It's got such a weird composition and weird drawing and weird frame action with the floating heads on the side. But fun stuff, the Metal Men. Like I said, I really like these Mike Allred Atomics covers. Good stuff. Let me show you first we'll show you the comic shop news. What do we got here? Spectro? Who is Spectro? I don't know. Let's see what company is this coming from. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that drawing. Spectro, a one-man show. Most comics know Juan Doe as a top-tier illustrator. I don't know. I just stuff for Spectro is my spin on horror anthology. Okay, when is it coming out? Who is it by? Is it by looks like horror. I think it's by Aftershock, because he did other stuff with Aftershock. Spectro is a 48-page one-shot priced at $7.99, is scheduled for May 18th release. Written, illustrated, lettered, and colored by Juan Doe. All right. I don't know who's publishing it, but Juan Doe has got a comic coming out. First I've heard of Juan Doe. And it's got other stuff in here. Of course, it's always showing us what's coming out here in Comic Shop News. Don't know what any of this stuff is, but I'll read up on it and find out. Then let's see what comics we got. Let us start with Spawn number 327. There was a There was a piggyback cover that Todd McFarlane drew of Haunt, I think it was, because I think Haunt, the Kirkman McFarlane character, has been appearing in this book, and he did a Spider-Man number 1 piggyback cover with Haunt in that Spider-Man position. This is the one not written by Todd McFarlane. It's written by Rory McConville, so it's better than it was written by Todd McFarlane. And I don't know what's going on in this book. Like I said, I continue to pick this one up because it's the last of the $3 books. So what the heck? I'll keep reading it. What else do we have? Oh, a first issue. We have got Radiant Red number 1. This is part of the Radiant Black superhero universe. Little girl. I liked Radiant Black. I picked up... I really wasn't going to pick up any of these other sort of Radiant Black superhero universe tie-ins. I think this one's 5 issues, it said. Let me see if it says so in the beginning. Nope, just says number 1, but I think it's a 5-issue series. But then I picked up Supermassive, which is a crossover between a bunch of the Radiant Black universe guys, and it was good. So then I picked up Rogue Sun last week, and I liked Rogue Sun. I put that on my pull list. And I think I don't know if I put just the first issue on my pull list or all 5 issues. I don't remember because I was like, I'll put that one off the shelf if it comes out. Then I was like, it's on my. Every week I get a final order cutoff and in an email that says what comics I got coming out. On Saturdays I get it. I get final order cutoff. Comes in an email on Saturdays. What's come out on Wednesdays for me comes out on Saturdays. And I couldn't... I was like, right. And I saw, where on Facebook or something, they said, Radiant Red comes out this Wednesday. I'm like, I'll pick it up off the shelf if I like it. Then it showed up I ordered it. I was like, guess I ordered it. Don't remember. That's why I don't remember if I put the whole series on or just the first issue. We'll find out. Norse Mythology, Volume 3, Number 2. Nowhere does it say Volume 3 in the cover, so it'll just confuse you if you don't know that. It says so in the indicia, though. It says Norse Mythology I in the indicia. But I liked the first issue. It was just terrific. I'm liking this artist. What's his name? Craig Russell's doing the layouts and the adaptation, and the art is by David Rubin. I guess there's an accent over the I. And who's on the? Oh, there's some Colleen Doran in here too, because the stories, it's all short stories of Yeah, I guess we wrap up the first story and then we start Colleen Doran's story. These are just terrifically done. It's Craig Russell adapting the Neil Gaiman book. So good stuff. Then what else do we have here? Oh, we got a lot of weird stuff this week. Lady Mechanica. This is number 3 of Lady Mechanica, The Monster of the Ministry of Hell, number 3. Only 4-issue miniseries. I liked issue 1. Issue 2 was We'll see how issue 3 is. And issue 2 is especially because it was a flashback to her horrible Lady Mechanica's horrible life when she was an orphan in this horrible orphanage, and it's kind of looks like that horrible orphanage is back, because it's I'm just not entertained by a horrible miserable childhood. It's just tough to read. The first issue wasn't all like that. And of course there's a Lady Mechanica pin up in the center. I think there's even one on the other side of the. Yeah, you'd have to tear it out to see the other one, because there's the front hand, there's the top, and the bottom is on the other side of the pin-up. Whoops! Oh, I'm smashing my comic. But you'd have to tear that out to get to the pin-up. But like I said, we'll see how that one goes. Then the last one we got is Ant, number 3. Eric Larson taking over another guy's character that he, what was it? Ant, created by Mario Gully. There's some long convoluted story with Mario Gully eventually selling his Ant character to to Eric Larson. It says, Spawn's in it too. That's why it said Spawn, created by Todd McFarlane at the bottom. Oh, there's Ant number 4. Looks like teaming up with Savage Dragon. Why not? So it's been a fun series. It's just Eric Larson trying out a slightly different style and telling stories with this character called Ant. Enjoyable. Let me show you a little of my work. Down below, if you want to support my work, you can see more of it. I have a Patreon down below. Plus, JaredOsborne.com has links to a whole bunch of other stuff. But I've been working more on my Gatsby project, where I'm doing my own illustrated version of The Great Gatsby. I'm posting a lot of stuff about that on my Patreon. But here, I just finished the color of this version. Here, this is Jordan Baker, one of the characters in Gatsby. Just kind of this was colored digitally. This is a printout. Somewhere in here is the pencils and the inks. Somewhere in there. But this is I did this coloring on the computer and made a printout of it. Oh, I also did this. This is some more coloring I did, but this is right on the paper. This is marker coloring. Another one of my Dreams of Things covers, with this masked character and her strange building behind her and her spiral sky. We got those two going. Oh, and this is, I just finished, this is there's another Gatsby illustration. That's Daisy, that's Gatsby, and that's Tom Buchanan. Just kind of mixing it up, figuring out what I'm doing. I'm just making drawings of Gatsby. I'm going to somehow organize it into an illustrated thing later on. Right now, I'm just making drawings, trying to figure out what the characters look like. But I'm also figuring out what the characters look like kind of within the context of an illustration. Like Tom is in dark and Gatsby's in a pink suit, so that's going to be a pink suit. So we got that going on there. Let's see, where is my... Now I want to see... Oh, I have to color that one too. This is the party scene. I haven't colored this one yet, but I'm going to color it like that other one that's under here, where this one is going to get colored digitally, like this one was colored digitally, and then I'll make a printout of it too, 11 by 17. But this is the, I don't have a date on it. I don't have to figure out when I don't have to date that one. But that's the party scene from the Gatsby I showed a few weeks ago. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just like making illustrations kind of willy-nilly, trying to figure out what I'm doing with that. But there you go. Some artwork, some comic books, and you guys have a good week out there.